Once again, I welcome you to my class. Today, we shall discuss about the prepositions of direction. Here we do have to, onto, and into. First, we will discuss about to. To, the basic work of that is it implies direction towards a goal. It talks about your direction. What is the difference between to and towards? To and towards also talks about direction, but to talks about specific direction, whereas towards talk about general direction. To, for example, I am going to my house. That is a specific. If I say I am going towards the city, it's a general. So to implies, signifies to a particular direction, whereas towards talks about the general direction. We shall try to know when and where we have to use to. Now I shall start with to. To talks about motion towards anything. It talks about direction. You see the example. He is going to school. He is going to school. Another example. The egg fell to the ground. Another example. Hari returned to his apartment. All these examples show that there is a direction and the subject is moving towards that. I told you that to is used for direction, to is also used for other things. Here, if you see this example, here it is used intention, for intention. You see the example here. You see the example. He came to see us, intention. Next, another example. He came to our help. It is also here to talks about intention. You see another example, here we see the limit. You see the example. They fought to the last man. Now, to also talks about place. It also talks about place. You see the example. He has come to my house. Here, to talks about the place. Basically, in this chapter we dealt about direction, but for your knowledge, I have discussed about the other things what to talks about. Right. Now we shall discuss about into and onto. Into, it signifies motion, movement towards the interior of something. Towards the interior of something. Onto talks or signifies about the movement on the surface. The movement on the surface. It is interior, it is on the surface. If you take in and on, for example, if I say she is in the house, it talks about in the rest position. On, if I say the book is on the table, it is in the rest position. Whereas if to is added, it gets movement, it gets motion. I have given some examples here. He came into my room, mean going towards interior. She dived into the swimming pool. Another example, Seema jumped into the river. Seema jumped into the river. Right now. I have given an example of into now. There are some examples which talk about onto. Onto, I told you, motion on the surface. Movement on the surface. Example, he fell onto the floor. Another example, Hari fell onto the floor. Another example, Gopal jumped on to the mat. That is the surface. Here, Sagar climbed on to the back of the lorry. This also represents surface. We shall try to know the other what you call into what it talks about. We shall wrap up this exercise after these two examples. The other uses of into. Into can be used for the change of position. You see this. She came to power in 2020. There is a change in the position. Now, into the other example, it talks about the change of state from one state to other. Here you see, heat turns water into vapor. Heat turns water into vapor. So, I have completed the prepositions of directions. We shall meet in the next video. Until then, goodbye.